Ladies and gentlemen, we are here with another Jaiden Animations video. Brother, dude, apparently Pokémon Center to Japan. This is very exciting, honestly, because Pokémon is one of the most morally corrupt and bankrupt companies on the planet, and yet I still love Pokemon so much with my whole heart and soul. You don't understand how much I love Pokemon. I love it so much that I even pirate it all the time. And the Game Freak absolutely probably hates me, but let's go. Let's see what's been going on here. Let's see what's been cooking in Jaiden Land.
Remember when Pokemon sent me every single one of their Gen 5 sitting cuties?
Dude, Pokemon knows Jaiden gets the views. Pokemon knows. Didn't Jaiden win in like most clickbaited YouTuber in like one of Alpha Red's tournaments or something? Like, bro, Pokemon knows who to sponsor, bro.
For me
I will never get the Pokemon sponsor, ever. Never, ever.
Rank. Turns out they really liked that video. So much, in fact, that they said, hey, Jaiden, awesome video. Why don't you come to Japan?
What? Just skip to freaking halfway through the video. Nani?
Tell or nothing. I've been to Japan once before in my entire—
Damn, bro, I've never been to Japan. I want to go, but I want to go for like a month. But then every time I think about that, I'm like, yeah, I have way too much work to do. So, sorry.
Life, and it was back in 2018 with my family. We did a bunch of fun little Japanese tourist things. It was a phenomenal trip.
Yeah, Japanese tourist things. I went to freaking jizz on anime figures or whatever they do in Japan.
But ever since then, I've always wanted to go back and do all the awesome nerdy stuff Japan has to offer that
Dude, that is so what I want to do. It's like, oh, I understand. And literally everyone in my family, oh, you want to go to Japan? Yes, I hear the Japanese culture is very rich. You probably want to go to all sorts of temples and interesting places and learn about the culture and the history of the people. And I'm like, yeah, so that's they have panty vending machines. That is all.
I didn't want to bother my family with. At the time, they didn't even know who Luffy was. They
bro, the suffrage.
Would have been so lost. So when Pokemon extended their hand and offered to fly not only me, but Jacob out to attend the—
Oh, that's badass, dude. Let's freaking go. The Jaiden Alpha Red combo, it's some of my favorite content. I love it so much.
The biggest Pokemon tournament in the world.
Oh.
I jumped for joy. Free trip to Japan.
That's pretty awesome. I love the Pokemon. What can I say? I have quite the amount of experience kicking booty.
Japan. The tournament was only going on for a single weekend, but Jacob and I planned to stay there for 3 whole weeks to do a bunch of said extra nerdy stuff.
Bro, that's exactly what I want to do. I want to go to Japan for like a stupid business bullshit for like 2 days, write off all the plane tickets as business expenses, and then just happen to stay there for 2-3 weeks in the middle. That is literally the plan. Literally the plan. Maybe I could pull that off. I don't know. Is going on like Trash Taste Podcast or something enough to make the trip a business expense? I don't know. I'll get back to you.
We were pumped. Eventually the time came, Jacob and I were packing up all our stuff and decided we both would bring an extra suitcase so we could treat ourselves a bit and buy a bunch of cool stuff.
Yeah, the extra suitcase is for the way back. It's not for the way there.
While we're there. Don't judge us. We're anime and Nintendo loving impulse buyers going to—
These people are every time I see, listen, I don't spend shit. It's crazy. It's crazy. Everyone in chat's like, yeah, should we say it? No, we won't say it. Should we say it? No, we won't say it. But I literally don't spend money on like things. I just don't like things. I don't know. I have a phone. I have a computer. I don't need more things. I'm crazy like that. Spend money on food though. Oh God, some good food.
To Japan. A game plan was needed. We were being responsible.
Yes.
2 extra suitcases was definitely gonna be enough.
And then Alfred buys a Hatsune Miku car.
Yep. Equipped with our extra luggage, we headed off to the airport.
I hate airports.
Pokemon straight up gave us business class seats.
Yo, what? Dude, Pokemon's got that crazy dough. That crazy freaking dough. Actually insane.
We didn't ask for them or anything. So when we boarded, we realized we had the seats.
See, like, for example, I could afford, first class seats on planes. Like, if I'm walking on an 11-hour flight, dreading it, I hate absolutely getting sandwiched between fat asses on both sides, literally every time. It's crazy how that happens. I'm walking on, dreading it, hating those 11, 12 hours that I would be on the plane, okay? Why didn't I just pay for the freaking extra seats? The seat with leg room. The goddamn emergency exit row for an extra $30. It's in my genes. What could I say? I don't know. I can't.
Where you could lay down.
I just can't fucking do it. I can't do it.
There even was some sort of seat divider that acted like a car window, so I could roll it down and bother Jacob whenever I wanted. Quick
That's the dream. Bothering your friends? Yes.
little 11-hour flight later, and we were in Japan. It was time to have the best trip of our lives. I'm not joking. I had the most incredible trip and got to do things I won't ever forget. And
That's so wholesome.
I won't, because I've now plastered it onto the internet forever. We landed.
Yes, the power of the internet. But everyone thinks that my channel is made for like content to show everyone else. No, it is a diary of me annoying people online. And I will continue updating this diary until I no longer feel the need to do so. Or until my therapist tells me I'm going too far.
Landed midday Japan time, so we decided to go to the first thing we wanted to see while abroad. Japanese McDonald's. I couldn't
Yes, food! That's what it is all about.
order anything except fries, but Jacob and I both dropped our jaws when we saw something called the Double Big Mac on the
Oh my fucking god, there's 4 burgers.
menu. I thought Americans already
I've never even heard of that.
went big with the Big Mac, but Japan did the impossible, just to send a message. What
Clowns are so scary.
a magical place.
Me, the first time I go to Japan, I want to go to the Eiffel Tower. Yeah.
Let's begin with the next morning. Pokemon
Alright.
planned a bunch of cool stuff for the creators and partners they flew out, beginning with a group field trip to the Mega Tokyo Pokémon Center.
Freaking, I have to go to Japan at some point. I literally have to. It's crazy. They have Pokemon centers. That's the dream. It's where you go when your friends are dying.
Jacob and I woke up early for it and missed the bus they had for us.
Every time. I love how in the animation Jacob is staring at her because it is probably her fault. Listen, I'm not taking this to a sexist place or anything. Yeah, I'm taking it to a sexist place.
And it totally wasn't completely my fault entirely because I hypothetically didn't read the schedule correctly and was taking my sweet time getting ready. Why would you think that? So we had
I
to
did it. I promise I didn't. I swear.
take the trains on our own to get there. Anyone that
Which is great because they don't speak the language.
remembers my first Japan trip knows the trains were me and my family's mortal enemy number 1. We kept getting it wrong and it was failure after failure the entire trip.
I would think that it's super easy to get around in Japan. Like, it's technologically mega advanced. Everything's in Google Maps now anyway. Like, trains have never been this easy.
Think that with all that prior experience and struggle, I would have grown as a Japanese train understander, right?
Nope. All it did instead is traumatize you. Dude, whenever you fuck up once, like even as a kid, it's like next time you should definitely be capable to handle it. But then you just can't.
Right? Nope, we got on the wrong train. But we were having a good time.
Yeah. Yeah.
After a lot of freaking out and mental strain and regrets, we finally arrived at our destination and all.
Listen, I know a lot about Japanese trains. I've read lots of manga.
Although by the time we got there, they had already finished looking at the Pokémon Center, we were able to grab a quick snack with the group at the Pokémon Sweets Cafe. I meant to take a picture of the Pikachu waffle before I ate half its cranium,
A Pikachu waffle.
but I forgot, so this is what you get. Now that we were with the group, we were able to travel with them for the rest of the day, so we packed into the bus and headed off to a traditional tea ceremony where we were
Traditional tea ceremony. Bro, this is like, if I end up ever going to Japan with, obviously I wouldn't go alone and it would be an incredibly awesome trip. And I just know how the time would be divided. It would be like half the time, the most weeb shit in the universe. The other half the time, tea ceremony. Ancient temple of Hoobla.
taught all about how the tea masters would make tea and
Jasmine.
tea etiquette and all these things about the significance of tea in Japanese culture, all
And I would the whole time be thinking, okay, but when are we going to the maid cafe?
while getting to taste the tea master made. Again, I meant to take this picture before I took a chunk out of the little sweet they gave us, but here we are yet again. I'm just not that great at this. They also served us a really special lunch of super fancy bento boxes.
I'm just saying, every part of this video becomes a tax write-off. It's actually genius. Holy crap. She can now make the bento boxes a tax write-off because they were used for content, which is her job. Dude, bro, this is so smart.
Like, so fancy that the host was like, dude, I've never even had these bento boxes before.
Yeah, but Pokemon pulls out their big, fat, veiny, girthy, thick wallet and slaps it on the table and it's over. It's over. Doors open for Pokemon. Pokemon is like the Amazon of freaking the world. Bro, Pokemon's bigger than Harry Potter. Pokemon is the biggest freaking company on the planet, right? List of highest grossing media franchises. Number 1, Pokemon. 88 billion. Yeah, they could afford your fucking bento boxes. Holy shit. Doodles. Above Mickey Mouse and Winnie the Pooh and Star Wars, Disney, Harry Potter, Marvel Cinematic Universe, Batman, Call of Duty, etc. Point is, Pokemon. It's crazy. It's actually insane. Like, actually insane.
I was super excited, but I don't mean to be ungrateful or wasteful, but the box was full of super fancy, complicated fish and seafood. I knew
Complicated fish, when the fish doesn't actually tell you what's wrong. When you say fish, what's wrong? And the fish doesn't respond.
going to Japan, I'd have to be flexible with food because it's really hard to be vegan or even vegetarian there. So I really tried to eat as much as possible and look thankful. But yeah,
Oh, that must be so stressful. Oh my God, you don't want to embarrass anybody. God damn. I would not have this problem, mind you.
I struggled a lot, but I still had a great time and it was an honor. We were dropped off at the Yokohama Chinatown.
Bro, it's so rough.
And left to explore a bit.
I would just be like, you know, they'd give me this food and I'd say, sorry, shrimp ain't kosher, and I wouldn't eat it. And everyone would think that I'm the biggest asshole on the planet, but that's what I would do. Sometimes life's just awkward like that.
Until dinner in a few hours. Everyone separated into groups, and Jacob, Stefan, the guy that sent me all the sitting cuties, you guys remember him, the guy named Steve, and I went and pursued
Yes, the ultimate.
the street food.
Look what this is like a freaking JoJo team. You got the whole JoJo squad ready to go.
Bit before stumbling into a little arcade with a bunch of crane machines. I got this silly little bear minifigure. His name is Chikawa, so I decided to innocently carry him around in my pocket for the entirety of the trip. You know, because he was silly. This single action severely changed the course of my mental stability going forward.
It was the scariest foreshadowing of all time. Nani?
You'll see soon enough. But look at these cute photos I got with him. We had a great dinner, headed back to the hotel, got to hang out with our good old Pokemon rival Jan.
I like Jan. He's all Jan-like.
Jan.
Mispronounced his name like that.
And called it a night. The next day we all...
Yeah, dude, it was so funny. When I collabed with him, I literally made sure I would only call him Jan and like stress the J every time. Like it got to the point he didn't even react. He's so annoying. Why am I so annoying? But just because I tricked him into singing the Furrymon song, you think does that make me cringe? I disagree.
all got to do some private shopping at the Pokemon World's pop-up shop. I'll just say we bought way too much stuff that we also don't regret in the slightest. I even got—
Bro! Life-size Snorlax plushie!
I'll just say—
I need one of these. God damn it.
Slightest. I even got this video of Jacob grabbing more and more sitting cuties as the workers kept reorganizing them to keep the display looking perfect.
I love he just keeps grabbing shit.
He walked out of there with 3 giant bags of stuff. But it's okay, because remember, we anticipated this with our extra suitcases.
Oh my god, everyone in chat saying they want a life-size Gardevoir. Go touch grass. Please go touch grass.
Which I am starting to wonder if they are going to be enough. But surely we will calm down. We were then all taken to—
Yeah, we will calm down. The first day is when you're calm.
the creatures' offices. You know, just the place where they make Pokemon cards. It was gorgeous in there. They had these awesome sculptures.
That is so badass. Oh my god, dude. I don't know. It's so funny because, like, Pokemon, the people at the top of this Pokemon chain, right? The people that are really raking in the billions and jillions. Like, these guys, they're just as corporately corrupt as anyone else, you know? But still, they make something I love. They make something so full of wholesomeness. How can I not just appreciate it?
Of giant Pokemon cards with crystals, and all the walls were lined with 3D card art. It felt like I was in a building with a lot of significance. Because I was. We got a tour around
Yeah, right. Of course.
the building, met the TCG card testers, and were able
What the hell are card testers? What, making sure that Pokemon cards aren't broken?
to ask them questions about their process. Even got to have a little Q&A session with Atsushi Nagashima, the game director of the Pokemon TCG.
Yo, badass.
It was funny. One of the people in our group asked how they chose which Pokemon to make cards for. A good question.
all the Pokemon.
Question, and then followed it up with, I really like Mantike, but there's only 2 Mantike cards that exist. And
Well, yeah, because Mantike is shit. In fact, the entire concept of baby Pokemon is to sell plushies. Well, I mean, like, listen. I am the biggest Pokemon fan any of you have ever seen, probably. Okay, probably not. I haven't bought a life-size Snorlax plush yet, but I'm saying.
And the assistant pulled up a list of all the Pokemon Mantike cards that have ever been created.
Yeah, you fucking idiot. You think there's only been 2? You idiot.
And sure enough, there were only 2.
What? I'm literally so... There's no way. I cannot believe that. I just got so called out. First of all, no one cares about Mantike, okay? Mantike is just pudgy Mantine. But bro, it's literally not true. Dude, it's literally not true. Okay, you got this Mantike over here, and this Mantike over here, and this is the same Mantike. Another Mantike? Dude, there are tons of them. There's literally billions of Mantikes. Okay, here you got the level 6 Mantike with 40 HP. Okay, here you got the Mantike with 50 HP. Here you got the Mantike with 30 HP. And bro, I'm just saying, there's billions of Mantikes. The news is fake. No one likes baby chubby Mantine anyway.
The director chuckled and was essentially like, yeah, sometimes Pokemon get lost in the cracks.
Yep, sometimes we don't give, no one gives a shit about him, especially because Mantine is still a basic Pokemon in the card game, not a stage 1 Pokemon, because Mantike is a baby Pokemon, and baby Pokemon stink.
I kind of just make cards of Pokemon I like. For example, my favorite Pokemon is Gengar. And you know what?
Based, unfathomably based. Can't even hate on him. Use your nepotism powers. Get us more Gengar cards. Gengar's awesome.
That actually makes a lot of sense.
There are billions of Gengar cards. Just makes whatever the hell he fucking wants. That's amazing.
Also, we were able to have a Q&A session with the Pokemon card art director and 3 artists who actually draw art for the cards. That was super interesting, and I was so incredibly inspired by that discussion. But
do you ever, like, ask them, it's like, so whose idea was Fat Pikachu? You know, it's the Fat Pikachu. Are you uncertain of what I am referring to? I am talking about the ideal Fat Pikachu card. The greatest Pikachu card of all time. Chubachu. Just Fat Pikachu. Who came up with him? Woke Pikachu, what the fuck, chat? Inflation Pikachu. Whose idea was this, is what I'm asking. And also, I think this is even more important question. Dude, do you remember they had these Ditto cards? Like, bro, look at this, is horrible. Horrible. And all of them were just yuck. Bro, what is this? That's what I would ask. I would ask who came up with the ugly Geodude Pokemon card. That's what I would ask. I'm just saying, I'm a weeb, I'm a nerd, I have tons of Pokemon cards.
you know those Pokemon cards with the super cute clay art? That art.
I was just talking about the clay art. Oh! The Ditto cards are all...
Artist's name is Yuka Mori, and she was in that panel. I was so starstruck. Those are some of my favorite Pokemon cards.
Yeah, but not the Ditto one. I'm just saying, definitely not the Ditto one.
And not only that, but she hosted a little workshop for us where she gave us clay and taught us how to make little clay Magnemites like
that is so cute. Oh my god.
in this card here.
And only one person in the audience died of lead poisoning.
Speaking of this card, she brought the actual original Magnemite for us to see. That was by far the coolest thing that I've ever gotten to be a part of. We got to meet a piece of genuine history. I felt like I was meeting the president. Also, here's me.
Dude, honestly, I respect Magnemite more than I respect the president. So, like, let's be real here. That's a good analogy. It's a good analogy. It's also so funny because Pokemon means so much to me, right? Like, it's a huge chunk of my life is dedicated to just as a kid reading through the fucking Pokedex entries for everybody.
And Jacob's Magnemites that we made. Day 3 of our little Pokemon field trip, and we were taken to another Pokemon Center. This time in Shibuya, which was also right across from a Nintendo store. It was like a bullet was shot through our credit cards.
No! No, every time.
Shopping center, I saw a little gacha machine with little miniature Chikawa plushes. I was only interested in getting Chikawa, but I decided to test my luck anyway. And I got him first try. Now
let's go. Luck used up for history. Dude, okay, speaking of, there's this one Jaiden clip that I saw. What could I say? I'm a big fan of this Jaiden character. Dude, speaking of insane Jaiden luck, dude, look at this. Look at this clip.
Jaiden, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Will you shiny hunt for me?
Okay.
Right? Shiny hunting it's really hard to find a shiny. It's like 1 in 5,000 or whatever, 1 in 4,000.
I got the hang of it, I think. I have no idea how anyone streams because, like, my mind is like...
Finds a shiny in literally 3 seconds! 3 seconds!
I'm not touching anything.
Bro, that's insane! How does she even do that?
What do you want to talk about, chat?
Not fair.
It's the stare down of the century.
Literally unfair. What the fuck? It's like, it's not even fair.
I had 2 of them. Yes, the original was still in my pocket. You can safely assume he is in my pocket for the entirety of this video. I've got pictures to prove it. Jacob snapped
Nice.
this awesome picture of the Chikawa brain rot taking over. When we were looking around in the Shonen Jump shop, a little Japanese boy pointed at Jacob and went,
No, because he has blonde hair. It's like you see someone with like bleached hair or blonde hair and you just point. That's the funniest thing in the world. Wait, we have to think. What's he gonna say? Who's a blonde anime character? Okay, we're gonna have to pull out our pre-watch powers here. Mommy, it's Edward Elric. Mommy, it's Naruto Uzumaki. Mommy, it's Sanji. That's my bet.
Sanji-san, before
Literally too easy. Pre-watched. You could say it. You could spam it if you want.
his mother quickly yanked him away, and I still to this day laugh at that interaction. Poor kid saw his first blonde guy in real life and
Yeah, that's what it's all.
immediately thought it was Sanji. Later that day, we also got to attend the Pokemon Symphony, where a live
Dude, I would hate if someone thought I was Sanji. Like, holy shit. Sanji's a cool character, but like...
orchestra played Pokemon songs, and it was absolutely incredible.
Bro, an orchestra playing Pokemon songs? That's insane! Bro, the level of weebery is just through the roof.
Video game orchestras
Sorry, I'm just fanboying right now. This is me at my most wholesome, okay?
are so cool. It always tugs on my heartstrings to see video game music transformed into such a beautiful new art form.
Dude, true. When I saw, like, I saw an entire orchestra playing Undertale music, and I lost my shit. It's like Megalovania with, like, a, you know, full orchestra. I could not believe it.
I recommend attending one if you have any favorite games or franchises. On to the first day of Worlds. It was exciting. People flooded into the venue. We watched the opening ceremony in the crowd.
Bro, her art's so cute.
Wow. This is the whole reason why we're here. We went back to shopping. Look at this cute
Yeah, we are here for this, exactly this. Anyway, more plushies.
little Chikawa book I found in a nearby bookstore. At this point, we were absolutely pushing it in terms of luggage space, and we were day 4 into a 2.5-week trip.
Oh no, this is not gonna go well.
Shopping sprees until this point were very not frugal, so we cut our losses and bought 2 extra giant suitcases to fit
Yes, bro, the Pokemon bucks. Don't forget the Pokemon bucks.
everything better.
They're endless.
Okay, we knew we were gonna need extra suitcases. Getting a few extra couldn't hurt. Look, the
Agreed,
flights
agreed.
were paid for. We were still
God, that's amazing.
saving money at this point, I think.
We're still saving money at this point. Bro, this is literally me. Every time, like, my brother, he's amazing. Every time he gets a discount at anything, he feels like he's saving money. He's like, I just bought this fucking useless piece of shit, but I got a discount on it, so I'm basically saving money. It's like, no, you spent $400 on it. I was like, yeah, but I got a 40% discount. That's basically making money.
That's my rationalization. I'm going with that. Also in the mall were tons of Pokemon monitors straight up playing the World Championships. TCG, Pokemon Go, VGC. Japan
Wait, there's a Pokemon Go World Championship? That's incredible.
treated Worlds like it was the Super Bowl. And it was just so
That's so badass. A Pokemon Super Bowl, it's so cringe. Listen, I'm a weeb, okay? Someone will ask me about Super Bowl shit, and I'll be like, oh, Super Bowl's today? I'll have no idea about that stuff. But can you imagine a society built around, like, actually being hyped about Pokemon tournaments? Like, that is so cool. Like, you know how in Yu-Gi-Oh, fucking Seto Kaiba versus Yugi is like this whole staged event the whole world is watching? It's the most exciting thing in the universe, right? And you watch that and you're like, yeah, and no one's interested in a children's card game. And then you have this place.
So cool to see one of my main interests so culturally celebrated. People of all ages would stop by to watch for a bit before going back to their shopping. I can't explain it, but it just made me very happy. We even got to see Wolfie live on the monitors.
Yo, that's awesome. I love Wolfie, bro. I also made him sing Furrymon. It's like the whole Pokemon community is just skeletons in their closet. People that I forced into awkward situations.
How'd he do? He did great. Don't worry about it. Nothing happened. Look, we were just happy to see our friend on the Pokeball screen. Proud of you, Wolfie. You're so cool. The second day of Worlds was hype. So hype that we left Yokohama and flew to Osaka.
No! They ditched for more shopping.
I haven't mentioned it yet, but we actually got tickets to see the one and only Hatsune Miku live in concert.
Oh,
the real
my
ones
God.
know how huge that is for me. I want to talk about how
That's awesome.
life-changing that was, but I'm gonna make a whole separate video about that experience I'll be posting next.
Oh, Hatsune Miku video coming soon.
All I'm gonna say is it was the best day of my entire life. By a lot. Subscribe now before you miss it, just saying. I
That's so wholesome. Oh, I'm so happy she had a good time. God damn it.
will mention we did have to take the train to get back later that night and got super lost again. And we never get better at it. Don't expect anything to change in that regard. We did finally get back to Yokohama, crashed for the night, and had a nice slow morning as we got ready for finals later that day. To any One Piece fans who are caught up,
Hi, that's me. Hi, that's me.
we were in Japan for the One Piece anime episode.
No, they were in Japan for Gear 5th? No.
You know what I'm talking about. 1072.
Oh my God, that must have been crazy. Oh Lord.
We were able to turn on our hotel and watch it live. And that was so cool. I don't talk about
That is so cool. That is so cool.
how much I love One Piece much.
Jaiden? What? Wait, Nani? You're a One Piece fan? Bro, why haven't you not made a One Piece video? Come on.
Mainly because it doesn't really come up. But One Piece is
How does it not? It always comes up. Every time. It's like, would you like your steak medium rare or well done? And you're like, I don't know. You make a One Piece meme. That's what you do. You finish eating your food. Then everyone's like, oh my, holy shit, did you eat 2 pies of pizza? And you just look at them and say nothing happened.
peak, and it was an honor to be in Japan at such an iconic part of the manga and anime's history. Anyway, back to Pokemon, sorry about that. We were able to watch the final VGC match live, got to chat and eat dinner with Wolfie and some other friends, had a late night hangout with Jan again,
Who? You mean Jan?
and that was about it. Day 7 meant it was time to pack up all our stuff from the hotel, say goodbye to Pokemon and Yokohama, and head on over to the apartment we rented for the rest of our stay,
Dude, so badass. So cool.
just outside of Tokyo. At this point, we had filled up all 6 suitcases and multiple backpacks. I didn't mention it, but Pokemon gave us a truckload of gifts
Dude, that's so crazy. Dude, it is so wild that Pokemon paid for their trip.
that we genuinely had no idea what to do with. We're grateful nonetheless, thank you, Pokemon. But yeah, the taxi ride was a bit awkward. So are you meeting up with some friends?
No, I don't have any friends. No.
No. After we got situated in the new place, we decided to look around the area and grab some lunch. And I gotta say, the little hole-in-the-wall restaurant
Dude, the hole-in-the-wall restaurants are always the best.
Jacob found was some of the best ramen I've ever had ever. They even made it vegetarian for me, which was extremely kind of them. Food modifying is a bit tricky in Japan compared to the States, so I was very, very thankful. And it was delicious. We then proceeded to do absolutely nothing for the rest of the day because
I love those days. You know when you travel across the world to have your vacation and then you just stay in the room and do nothing literally for an entire day, that you could have done the same thing home, but you're not home?
we were exhausted from the trip so far. I haven't mentioned absolutely everything we'd been doing on the trip because it would be a lot of, first we did this and it was cool, then we did this and it was cool. Even though it was such a pleasure to be invited, I was so dead and definitely looked super not approachable or friendly to the rest of the group by the end of it.
The weeb lifestyle.
Sorry guys. But neither time nor Japan stops for anyone, so we had to keep on chugging along. There were a bunch of friends we wanted to see.
Peak. Right here. Peak YouTube animation.
We had to keep on chugging
Yeah.
along. There were a bunch of friends we wanted to see while in Japan, and one of them was Connor. He wanted to take
Hey.
us to what he deemed his favorite Italian place ever.
Yes, I go to Japan for Italian food. The most Connor moment of all time.
Asked if it was like fancy Italian, to which I was given the answer of no. So we get there having a great time, and suddenly we realize Junichi Masuda, the director of Game Freak, is there having dinner.
Bro, what? Bro, what? There is no way you just bump into like these famous people everywhere in Japan, okay? What is this, Hollywood?
Not a fancy dinner, my ass. I then look down to see the Freddy Fazbear FNAF t-shirt that I am wearing. Not the best moment to exist, but hey, what can you do? The food
Goddamn. You know what? Honestly based. Honestly based.
was phenomenal though. I already mentioned the best ramen I've ever had while on the trip, but this was genuinely the best pasta I've ever had in my entire life. Maybe even a top 3 meals ever for me. I don't know what the other 2 would be, but Iconic Place is definitely up there. The next day we went to the One Piece store in Shibuya
The One Piece store. This is where I would go first, honestly. That's probably my first stop.
and bought a lot of stuff because there was a lot of topical and hype things in there, as you could imagine. If you don't get it, go catch up and come back. Don't worry, it won't take too long. My favorite character is Mihawk, but out of
That's a pretty based pick.
all the stuff the store had to offer, there were only a few stickers and a single keychain for Mihawk.
How? How is that even possible?
I'm still mulling about that one. I just want more Mihawk. Is that too much to ask for? Even this guy got better merch.
No.
The world's greatest swordsman deserves better. I guess I'll just take my Zoro and Law stuff. That's
Wow. Wow. You're really gonna... Wow. I mean, Zoro and Law, top 2 characters in the entire series, so no complaints here.
cool too, I suppose. I also found a bunch of Chikawa stuff in a Kittyland store.
Dude, who is this Chikawa person?
And this is truly when you get to see where things start going downhill for me. I just like the funny little cartoon bear thing. What, is that such
Is there no actual lore? It's just a little bear?
a crime? I don't remember what we did the rest of the day. I think we just crashed and passed out. This trip, as surreal as it's been so far, has
It's
been
tiring as shit when you come back from vacation and instantly need a vacation.
absolutely taking a toll on me, and I desperately needed to just not move or talk or exist for a bit. We were doing
Understandable.
so many different things that were all awesome and hanging out with so many different people that were all awesome, but man, I am not built for extended periods of that much excitement and socializing. As much as I would like to change this fact, I'm also not a very active person. I know. Up until this
What? You mean the YouTube animator isn't a very active person? That's crazy.
trip, I was practically sitting down 24/7, working all the time to prep as much work as possible so I could have a guilt-free 3 weeks off. And my
Real true.
muscles were definitely starting to decay at that point. I looked at my phone's step meter thing, and there was one day where I literally got 300 steps.
No. So sad. The YouTube dude, this is why I think Jaiden is she's by far my favorite YouTube storyteller, okay? The storytime YouTuber of the lifetime. It's like every single thing she says is just so hilariously relatable in the funniest ways. Now I get out, I do more than that, but like, brother.
That's pathetic. And suddenly
It is pathetic.
I'm logging over 20,000 daily. My body was screaming. What the hell are you doing out there? Please stop.
And then everyone's thinking like, oh, you probably lost a ton of weight. No, I ate in the best restaurant every day, 3 times a day.
Plus, we were in Japan during the hottest, most humid time of the year.
Oh no, that's an error. That's a mistake.
Every time we left the air-conditioned luxury of a building, we would immediately be drenched in sweat. Look, I'm used to the heat. I grew up in Arizona, but even this was too much. So yeah, crash and burn it was. Tokyo Disneyland was a
What?
bit underwhelming.
I mean, yeah. Japan. You don't go to Japan to go to Disneyland.
It
What?
felt like a slightly worse version of the one in California because of the oddly spaced layout and surprisingly empty vibe. We did go
Bro, who's going to Japanese Disneyland when you go to One Piece World?
to a Stitch-themed show thing, and as we were walking in, a worker stopped us and said, "Oh, excuse me, Stitch only speaks Japanese." Like, warning.
What? That's amazing. That's so good. We don't do our Hanam's family here. No, sir. No, sir. It's, not to my
us it's not super tourist friendly, but I just think the statement of Stitch only speaks Japanese is hilarious. We went in
That is
anyway, and yep, Stitch only spoke Japanese. Yeah, overall, it was not the best thing we did, but apparently, I didn't know this, Japan has two Disneys, Disneyland and Disney Sea, and we went to Land, which is unanimously deemed the worst of the two.
Makes sense. This is just the Disney scam. They have two parks that are right next to each other and somehow connected, and like you want to do both, but they count them as separate parks so that you can pay for each ticket separately. It's the Disney scam.
So, oops, better luck next time. Jacob and I took 2 more rest days where we just turned to ash. Then up and at 'em, back to Osaka we go. This time we went to an Eve concert. Besides Hatsune Miku, the Japanese band Eve is the only other concert
Don't know him.
I've said I wanted to go see. I love their music videos they have for all their songs. It's always such beautiful animation. And by the way, they're the ones who sang the season 1 Jujutsu Kaisen anime opening theme.
Oh, I know them. I know them. Yep, I know them.
If you're lost. Earlier in the trip, Jacob just so happened to look up if they were doing a concert while we were there. And lo and behold, they were. He got some totally not
That's crazy.
scalped tickets, which turned out to be a super complicated process. So thank you, Jacob. You're the bestest friend I've ever had. Thank you for going through the trenches for silly old me.
Dude, it's every time you ordering tickets. What could go wrong? It's online. It'll take 5 minutes. 4 hours later.
Anyway, the concert was so incredible. The atmosphere was fantastic. They had awesome visual effects going on. The glow bands a lot of people bought were perfectly synced to the music and colors on the stage, which really enhanced the experience. The music was great, which, I mean, of course it was. That was the whole reason we went in the first place.
Yeah,
I talk about it more in the upcoming Miku video, but Japanese encores are so much different from the American ones. They're so quiet and polite.
Dude, that's so cute. That's hilarious. Yeah, in America, you do if they're not screaming at you, you did something wrong.
There was pretty much no screaming and cheering. It was just a lot.
It's just a lot of people in a room bobbing their heads. And everyone's like, wow, this is a tough crowd. And they're like, no, what do you mean? We love it. Like, we're vibing. This is exactly what we do and when we're like really excited. Honestly, that's so cool.
Long applause with a semi-whisper chant of encore, encore.
That's so cute, bro. They're all just like excited and silently, oh man.
And they also made us wait like 5 minutes for them to come back out. My hands were getting itchy just from clapping so much.
Wait, so everyone had to stand there clapping like for 5 minutes?
That's how long it took. And then when they finally came out, they ended up doing like 5 extra songs. I mean, I'm not complaining, but after the 4th time thinking, man, that was a great last extra song. Well, time to head home. Wait, another?
Let's go. Another extra song.
Starts getting a bit comedic. This is
I don't know. There is a vibe to the just random American screaming shit that I do love. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm sure it's really cute to see people being polite, right? Like, that's really cute and shit. But I love the mayhem. The mayhem is so fun too. Like, I definitely see how both sides could be enjoyable.
It's just a side tangent, but Jacob went off to use the bathroom before the show started and came back 10 minutes later like, dude, this is crazy, but it took me a bit longer to find a bathroom because there were so many extra women's bathrooms, which is like, whoa, that's actually so smart.
That's amazing. Gender equality, am I right, guys?
There's always such a huge line for the women's bathroom compared
Dude, true. Honestly, it's pretty freaking cool.
to the men's in any scenario. I was just shocked. Japan was like, okay, then we'll make more women's bathrooms to fix that problem.
And they didn't even get canceled on Twitter for doing it. It's crazy.
Like it was so simple. I know in America,
Literally the easiest decision on the planet. It turns out men and women are not exactly the same. The end.
it would probably turn into a stupid political thing, but it made me so happy Japan just implemented such an obvious and straightforward solution so easily for the gals. The next day, we headed over to Universal, which was hands down the best amusement park I've ever been to. So they can do amusement.
It is kind of ironic though, like not to get into this because I'm having a really good time just being in wholesome mode, all right? This is Nux wholesome zen mode, all right? Zero drama, no controversial takes, not getting canceled on Twitter. Japanese culture is mega toxic. Like this is a really nice thing, but it's not like there isn't a toxic side to the culture that exists as well. Like as far as I remember, women have to like wear like high heel shoes, and like apparently the weird sexual assault harassment shit in companies is even worse, if you could believe it, than in America, allegedly. This is just from what I've heard. So like On the one hand, very cool, extra bathrooms. On the other hand, I don't know. I'd be hard pressed to say that I think that Japanese culture is really like a solution. It has some massive pros, but it has some pretty huge cons. And I'm really happy that we're actually looking at this from the pros perspective. I could use some wholesomeness. Last time we were talking about Japanese culture, we were talking about Niji Sanji abusing their talent. So let's freaking go.
Parks well. First of all, Universal Japan is way more anime and manga focused.
Universal Japan just have a minion Luffy. That's incredible.
Than the ones in the States, which made it instantly more engaging for me. Jacob and I both agreed we would window shop for the first part of the day and then
lol, limphao.
buy all the things we wanted as we were leaving so we wouldn't have to lug around a bunch of bags all day. But
that sounds very responsible. Until the One Piece store.
We immediately saw a little One Piece shop and cracked. We just wanted to wear these One Piece headbands. That's rule-breaking worthy. We also got some towels because, surprise, surprise, it was freaking hot. I know I've been complaining about the weather here and there, but
Based.
my lord, it was miserably scorching. Japan has such a
Dude, I love the choice of like music throughout this entire video also.
big culture around staying cool while outside, and I
The culture, staying cool while in the heat. Damn.
totally get it now. People would be walking around with little fans, ice packs, towels. A lot of women had parasols. I'll say, if we didn't get those towels, we probably could have passed out from heat stroke that day. Later on, I even ended up getting another towel. It was a cute Pikachu one, but
Oh my god, that's the greatest towel of all time.
I got it mainly because it was a cloak design. After soaking
Cloak towel.
that thing in cold water and putting it on, my body temperature instantly lowered. Like,
Wait, that's crazy. They would actually... Wait, these towels, they weren't dry. They would soak the towels in cold water and walk around? That's insane.
5 degrees. However,
Bro, objective survive.
that meant I was walking around the park looking like this. Back to the awesome stuff. We did a bunch of attractions like watch a fun 4D Jujutsu Kaisen show where
Okay, that's really
the
cool.
seats move around.
Infinite void, and then the seat just fucking crushes you.
Went on a super cool 3D VR Spider-Man ride. We tried to cool down by going on a Minions thing called Freeze Ray sliders that claimed to cool riders down with a blast of chilled mist
Oh god, this is... I don't know, I don't like where this is going.
from a giant freeze ray. But we got on and absolutely did not even touch a drop of the mist because it never ended up getting in range of our cart. That
That's the scam. The scam of a lifetime. Invest in crypto. Don't fuck with minions.
felt like an actual tragedy at the time. There were a few big roller coasters.
4D Jujutsu Kaisen. Everyone in the audience just gets a lobotomy. It's the 4D experience, love. And then they just fucking sever your frontal cortex from the...
Coasters we wanted to go on, but I get super motion sick and forgot to bring nausea medicine, so no roller coasters for us, but I shall return.
Yeah.
The park, of course, had a bunch of cool themed restaurants. One of them
I love that. It's like when you're probably never gonna go back, but you still have to convince yourself you shall return so that you don't actually feel bad that you miss shit. Real.
being a super cool One Piece restaurant. Did I mention I like One Piece? There also was a special Sanji one, but
What?
we didn't know you needed a reservation, so
Ah!
phooey. It was awesome though, I love One Piece. After a few hours of rides and being broiled alive, we decided to fully cool off by going on the Jurassic Park ride. That's just
All right,
giant
okay.
Splash Mountain with dinosaurs. We
Okay.
cooked in line for probably a solid hour.
Oh my god, that's awful. Holy shit, I hate lines. There's a reason why in the Adventure Time episode, when they literally went to hell, they spent half the episode standing on line. I'm just saying, they knew what they were doing.
And as soon as we were literally stepping foot inside the ride, it started pouring rain.
What?
Now that's just not fair. I don't even understand how that happened, but whatever. We started buying all the stuff we window shopped for as we waited for the One Piece live show to begin. Again, please refrain from judging. I am being vulnerable and open here. By the way, as we
Bro, everyone, One Piece is just so good.
were walking around, we stumbled onto a little Mario-themed show just out in a courtyard area. They played some fun little custom songs and had all these dancers alongside the mascots. And then
Let's
out
go.
of nowhere, they started absolutely blasting flooding the crowd with like gallons of water.
How did they get away with that?
I didn't even see it coming. It was like firefighters showed up to put out a giant fire, except the fire was a bunch of Japanese people. The time came and we got to file in for the special One Piece live show, and even though Jacob and I didn't understand a single part of it because it was all in Japanese,
it literally doesn't matter because it's freaking One Piece based. One Piece is awesome.
it was awesome, and the costume design was phenomenal. It was a bit unfortunate though because the seats were all in like a half circle formation around the stage. As much as they tried to make the show enjoyable from all angles,
Yeah, no, that's the issue.
it was pretty hard to see the main things going on in the center. My only true complaint though is that Zoro didn't come to our side at all. All the other characters
See, she knows who Best Boy is. She
rotated around so we could see them, but Zoro only did it at the very end to take a bow. Also,
Bay Zoro. He just got lost. Zoro got lost. He was in character all along.
Mihawk being included would have been nice, but it's okay.
Yeah, Mihawk, yeah, all right.
By the time we got to enter Nintendo Land, it was like 9 p.m. We got up at 6 a.m. by the way, so we pretty much just rode the Yoshi's Island ride they don't have in the States and headed home because that's all the energy we had left. But even just seeing that, it was miles better than the one in the States. Also,
damn, bro.
we picked up a little dinner at the 7-Eleven near our hotel. 7-Eleven is actually awesome in Japan, by the way. And they had a few little Chikawa plushie keychains.
Oh my god, stop. This is an addiction.
I bought them. Just being transparent here.
It's a
We woke up early
disease.
the next morning to catch our flight back to Tokyo and hurried over to the Kirby Cafe. Emily actually booked the reservation for us. She was meant to also be there, but she was only able to get 2 seats and gave them to us as a gift.
Oh, that's so nice.
Emily, I will always be indebted to you for your sacrifice. The cafe itself was so well decorated with all these little Kirby things, and the menu was adorable. I got the star curry and a magical little fruity drink with a Kirby marshmallow that triggered my cute aggression. Jacob got the pizza and a Kirby burger, but
This is so cool. Like, they actually, like, love the intellectual property they create. I don't know. Like, there's a sense of pride here, you know? The fact that they put the Kirby shit everywhere or whatever. Like, they're proud that their country created something that means something to other people. And that's so beautiful. Dude, why doesn't America have that stuff? America's made lots of really cool shiz, but like, I feel like no one appreciates it. Everyone's so much more focused on hating on something that doesn't follow their agenda. Like, right? I'm not talking about a gun bar, okay? Stop it. Stop it! But like, isn't this just wholesome and cute? It's also kind of hilarious that I feel like every single person in this video that she's talking about is someone that I have traumatized in one video or another. Like, dude, I made Emily voice act all those cringe moments. Same with Connor. I recorded a video with poor Alpharad where I showed him like this really weird fucking hentai. He lost the footage, so I never ended up uploading it. Like, his footage corrupted or something, so I never ended up making it a video. But this entire video, aside from Jaiden, is just the entire video is like a victim group. I feel so bad. I'm turning over a new leaf. I'm no longer traumatizing people, okay?
since he made modifications, the staff asked him to not post a picture of the burger to the public. Like, they didn't know he was a content creator or anything. I guess they just didn't want the public to see a naked Kirby burger. We also both got desserts. I already decided I was gonna consume the Kirby. The presentation was beautiful. It was literal art on a plate. Taste-wise, it was decent. The body was some sort of gelatin, which I wasn't too crazy about, but the rest was super tasty. I did my best, but he ended up looking like he was in a horrific accident when I threw in the towel. The cafe also has a special little private store connected to it. And yeah, what you expect happened definitely happened. We left with full bellies and bags, continued to look around the shopping center the cafe was connected to, and ended up walking into
Dude, so wholesome. More One Piece shit. More One Piece shit.
a gacha store. I am about to be very vulnerable with you here.
No, not the gacha store. Anything but listen, I don't support gambling unless they sponsor me. Listen, I made that one video where I lied to you guys that I actually played a gacha game, but in my defense, they paid me for it. It's not gambling if they pay you for it, okay?
This is one of the lowest points of my entire life.
Oh, God.
Please don't think too much less of me after
what
what
did you
happened
do?
in that gacha store. So I walk in, spot Chikawa, beeline it to the machine.
Oh my god, dude. Literally every time.
Obviously. Like I mentioned before, I'm only interested in Chikawa, so I was only playing for him. But by the cursed luck of the gacha gods, I just could not get him. I was going back and forth between the machine and the coin exchange, getting multiples of every other little guy, but no Chikawa. I could feel the workers' glances at me, probably because the desk they were standing behind was right next to the machine.
Oh no!
Was grinding.
The Jaiden luck. It was all part of a plan. It was the false sense of security where she feels like she can get everything, and then at the final moment, the gacha store sucks you in!
But after way too much money, he dropped. I got my well-earned, horribly priced at that point, Chikawa. I then started
Bro, it's just a little bear. Like, explain.
looking at all the other machines, putting some coins in a few here and there, until I stopped at one that had a line of animals playing band instruments.
That's all I needed to hear. It's over.
They were very silly, but there was a little pigeon holding up cymbals,
I love how she describes it, and I'm like, you know, this makes perfect sense.
and I really wanted to get him for Jordan and Kelsey.
Buy it on eBay and say you got it in the gacha store. Sorry, that was just a life hack.
Went the coins. Tiger, elephant, fox. It was happening again. Everything except the one I wanted, which I know more or less that's the luck with gachas, but it was getting to the point where I was getting surprised the pigeon was dodging me as much as it was. Surely the next one. What? Eventually, I had to go back to the coin exchange, and as I was about to put in more money, I saw out of the corner of my eye one of the workers peek out and take a look in
Even the gacha workers are scared.
horror at all the gachapons that were sitting at the top of my bag. They then raised up their hand and said something in Japanese while shaking their head, and I knew in my heart I was being cut off.
No, he cut her off. I'm getting mad watching this. Bro, Genshin Impact needs a cutoff. Bro, how is it that people have spent that much money on Genshin? Do you know how much money Genshin Impact made in the last year? All right, this is not even including all the Honkai stuff. Genshin Impact brings in over $1 billion every 6 months in average. In 2022, it made over $3 billion. Do you hear what I am saying? Genshin Impact's one of the most profitable games ever, sitting at over $5 billion. Like, this is crazy. It's only been around for 4 years. And it's just people spending insane amounts of money. Star Rail made $160 million in the last month. Oh my God. Yeah, it's crazy. It's actually insane. Like, gambling, it's a real thing.
Please!
This is just gambling with waifus and titties.
I can stop whenever. Just a few more hits and I'm done. The pigeon is next. I can feel it. Why do you look afraid? What's under the desk? I got kicked out of a gacha store.
Holy shit, that's the craziest thing.
I had hit an
Not the Evangelion pose.
all-time low. I told my friends and they said they probably just thought I was gonna try and resell them, but I don't even know if that would even make it sound better, knowing I was getting so many that they thought I was robbing them blind.
It's crazy.
I just did my little Chikawa and pigeon with symbols. We made dinner plans that night with a friend and we were just about to grab a taxi and head back to freshen up, but Jacob and I caught sight of a fun anime and goodies shop.
It's crazy. It's actually insane. It's actually crazy.
Who do we think we are? People with self-control?
Nah, just give in. Give in to your desires.
We'll make it quick. We rushed in and split up for optimization. As I was looking around, I saw it. A whole section
That stupid bear. God damn it.
dedicated to Chikawa. It was like someone put a freshly baked pie on a windowsill, and I was suddenly floating over to
Oh
it. My
my
eyes were
God.
zoned in, making sure I saw every single thing possible, putting Chikawa after Chikawa in the basket. Jacob eventually came over and showed me a picture he took on his phone. In my tunnel vision, all my eyes registered was that the picture showed more Chikawa in the store. I immediately went feral. Where? Jacob's eyebrows went up in surprise and maybe a bit of
Oh God, what is even going on? What is even happening?
fear. And as I looked at the photo again, I realized Jacob wasn't showing me a picture of a different Chikawa section. He was showing me a picture of me at the current Chikawa section I was standing in
No!
because he thought it was funny. And in my Chikawa brain rot, I didn't even register I was in the picture. I just saw more Chikawa and went obsessive.
Dude, this is insane. Like, bro, this is like a capitalist utopia. Bro, holy shit, this is crazy. It's crazy.
This is how I am. Either stand by me or leave. No, I don't.
I respect it, but at the same time, oh man.
Need an intervention, put it away. We left. I looked longingly at the crane machine Chikawas we didn't have time for.
This is actually crazy. This is wild. Like, this is a level of addiction that I've never seen before. I'm not this passionate about anything in my life. This is crazy and awesome and amazing. Bro, Jaiden tells such good stories. It's fucking wild. It's like you really know this person through her storytelling.
And we made it in time for dinner. Plus, we ended up in another arcade nearby anyway, and I got myself a Chikawa from one of those machines, so it worked out. Stop.
Nice.
Don't want to hear it. Finally, we were reaching the end of our trip.
No!
We spent the last day grabbing lunch with Emily and Didus. There was a cool One Piece scavenger hunt event going on, so we also did that with them. We basically had to walk around Shibuya and find special
They hid One Piece shit throughout the city. That's so cool.
One Piece trading card posters hidden around the area. And if we found enough along with the special card of the day, we could get a limited edition mystery card. It was fun, but also hot. And all my clothes were sticking to my body. Didus generously let me borrow his umbrella, and I jumped for joy as he showed
That's hilarious that they actually walk around with umbrellas. Holy crap.
me it was coincidentally Chikawa themed.
Bro.
I don't know what's wrong with me. All I know is that bear makes me happy. We spent a few hours completing the scavenger hunt, got our special cards, and bid them farewell. Always good to see you guys. Bye-bye. I accidentally stole Didus' umbrella. It looked—
No! It was a Chico accidentally, my ass. She's just getting ahead of the twit longer. She's getting ahead of the Didus twit longer, claiming that she stole his umbrella. Bro, that damn brain rot bear. Oh my lord.
looked so calculated. They knew how much I was obsessed with Chikawa. They'd been watching my Instagram stories. Follow if you want to see brain rot in real time. Emily, I have the Chikawa umbrella. I didn't mean to steal it, I promise. It's not what it looks like. Since we were leaving in the morning and wouldn't be seeing them again, they just let me keep it. But the side eye Jacob gave me the rest of the way back.
They wanted her to steal it.
I didn't mean to— stop it! Getting back to the apartment.
Bro, that's amazing, dude. Oh my god. Like, this is crazy.
Reality hit us hard. We needed just a few more
suitcases.
suitcases.
Yeah, every time. Bro, she is the golem to the Chikawa's precious.
Again. In total, we ended up buying 6 extra suitcases to
Holy
hold
shit.
everything we collectively bought.
That's crazy.
And even then, it was a struggle making it fit. Jacob ended
my
up going
God.
professional Tetris mode, perfectly fitting everything into the suitcases with quite literally no extra room to spare. We came to Japan.
That's insane. Oh my god. So wait, so they got 6 extra ones. They already got 2 extra ones. They came with 2 and 2 more. 12 suitcases!
Each with a backpack, carry-on, and 1 extra big suitcase. And we're leaving with altogether 8 suitcases and 4 backpacks.
Oh my god, that's incredible!
We were lucky the taxi
Dude, it's all on Pokemon's credit card, don't worry. No, I'm joking, but like, holy crap.
driver had a big enough car to fit everything because we
I hope you have a big enough house to fit everything. Bro, this is insane.
didn't have much of a game plan if it didn't. Off to the airport we went, where we checked all of our excessive bags, paid a couple fees, boarded our
Bro, I hope you have a sponsor at the end of this video, for the love of God.
flight, and headed
Also, all that Chikawa shit, it's all a tax write-off. Don't you dare pay the IRS because you paid Japan, okay? Don't you dare. Bro, this is all part of the content, okay? You do not pay taxes on this, you hear me?
home. That trip will go down as one of the best trips I've ever gone on. It felt like it turned into a celebration of everything that makes me me.
That's so wholesome, bro.
My hobbies and interests, Pokemon, One Piece, at the last minute Chikawa. We got to do so many incredible things and were given so many opportunities I'd never even thought I could be a part of. I got to see so many friends that are normally so far away, ate some of the best meals of my life, and overall was just really happy, especially getting to spend it all with my best friend Jacob.
Bro, it's too wholesome. It's too wholesome.
By the way, if you wanted to know why in the world we got so many things, yes, a lot of it was for us. 90% of it all was for our friends. 100% of the Chikawa stuff was mine, but... If you want to see what we got them, also credit where credit is due, the majority of it all was from Jacob because he's a great gift giver and even more incredible friend to the people around him.
Aww,
we're all nothing short of
dude.
lucky to be able to call him our friend. You can go watch his Japan video. I assume it's already up because we had to animate a freaking 30-minute long video. My god, it was a
Bro, dude, brutal.
lot. Thanks for sticking around. But yeah, I just had an unforgettable trip and I owe the opportunity to the Pokemon Company for inviting us to Japan in the first place.
Yo, what an insanely good video. What a wildly good video. What a wholesome conclusion, bro. It's people like Jaiden and Alpharad and like these people that make me so proud to be a YouTuber in my own way, okay? Whenever you think YouTubers, you think, oh, what YouTuber is getting exposed for some crazy shit allegations on Twitter today? Who abused who? Who exposing who? Who's being shit to who? And it's like you see videos like this of just people having made opportunities and having their lives just embellished through YouTube and the people that they actually meet through YouTube. Like, dude, that's so wholesome. It's like really beautiful. And I'm really happy that we watched this video. This was a really good video.
I'm extremely lucky to be in the position I am and will be forever grateful.
What a great video. Honestly, great video. Great wholesome ending. Wow, that's really dope. I'm happy that, dude, I love Jaiden videos. I literally just love Jaiden videos. They're so freaking good every time. No sponsor on the video. No sponsor on the video. Now, let's see how many views this video got. Please. Okay, so 3 million views on a 30-minute video. Pokemon commented on the video. Oh man, that's so wholesome, bro. Yeah, so 3 million views. It's $20,000. All right, it's pretty good, It's probably 20K. All right, I imagine that paid up for a bunch of like the Pokemon plushies, I hope. Yeah, all in all, really great video. Great video, good time, wholesome shit. And looking forward to the next one, the Hatsune Miku one. Anyway, this was your random dose of wholesome Nuxanor for today, okay? You won't have much more of him, so I hope don't get used to it or anything, Baga. We're gonna be insulting people soon or something. Maybe. Bye. If you made it to the end, click one of these 2 videos, which also will definitely get me canceled. See you live on King. Stay weird, man.